Greetings everyone, Pernak here. I've got another episode for you. Alright everyone, today's topic is going to be Christmas cards, or just card making in general. A lot of people will make cards with printmaking because, hey, you can make a lot of them and send them out. And that's what we're going to be doing today. I've done cards in the past. I've used different things for them. I did a mounted linoleum here, and this one was my Polar Bear Merry Christmas one. I had another Merry Christmas one with a Santa. On these ones, when I originally did them, I used watercolor for all the colors. And that was actually a painstaking, long process for it. This time, I'm going to be doing this one, Have an Ice Christmas, with little penguins and all that stuff there. But I want to talk about card making because it's getting close to the holiday season. And also, you will notice in this video, because last video, I unboxed my little printing press here. And I'm going to be using it in this video. I'm not going to talk too much about the press, if at all, only because I want to do a complete review on it later when I do the other video in a couple weeks, because I want to use it for a while. But I am still going to use it in this video. So today with the card making, I'm going to be using, I don't have the complete package because I've already been making cards, but this is the Strathmore 300 printmaking cards. And they do come with, and there's 50 in this thing, and they do come with envelopes, so you have envelopes already. You don't have to worry about a lot of that stuff. And I've probably printed about 15, no, at least 20, 25 cards already, using the Santa and the Polar Bear earlier. But I want to start from scratch with this, with the new Have an Ice Christmas. So I did my normal thing. I did my artwork, scanned it into computer. Actually, I did this all in Illustrator completely. And if you can see here, I made sure I printed out the crop marks and then drew with a pencil the lines on here. And I did that simply because it's going to be easier to do that. So I have my linoleum block pre-prepared. I'm using, because I already have this here. This is a 5x8, not a 5x7. It just means I'm not going to use the top of it. And I just wanted to kind of let you guys know everything I'm going to be doing today. Some of this is going to go fast forward, so you can kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. And I want to talk about the materials I'm going to use. I am, however, at this point in time, going to actually use oil-based ink, not water-soluble oil-based ink. And the reasoning for that, I was just getting it right here. This is from Gamblin, as you can see. This is their regular oil-based relief ink. And I'm using this is because this stuff dries a little bit faster. It's going to be harder for me to clean up, and I will show that at the end because it is something a little different than what I normally do. So anyways, let's get started here. Alright, the first thing I've done is I have my image here. I've printed it out on my laser printer. I'm going to use my transfer process that uses the Charpak colorless blender. Come on, focus. There we go. Charpak colorless blender and my bone folder. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, tape this down, and do the transfer process. But my block, since it is bigger than 5x7, which is standard card is 5x7, this is 5x8, I'm just going to make sure I leave extra at the top. I could either cut down the block, which is actually a lot more work than I want to do or anyone else really wants to do. I'm just going to tape it down and ignore the top of it. Alright, I've got my transfer process done. Let's kind of take a small peek at it. It's a little rough down here. I don't know if it transferred enough information. Yeah, that looks better. Tear that right off there. Alright. So we got our image. Now I'm going to go ahead and start carving it. Alright everyone, so I got my block carved, and in case you are wondering, when I did do the inkjet transfer, oh I threw that out, it's in the garbage, when you print them out, you do not have to print it out backwards, because the moment you do your transfer, right here, it goes backwards for you. So you print it out forwards, transfer it, it goes backwards, and you carve it, so when you print this, this prints forwards. And overall, I mean, you can see how long it kind of took to do. I sped it up quite a bit because no one wants to sit and watch me carve for a couple hours That was like almost 2.5 hours sitting here carving. So, and you guys will probably go through it in 1 minute, because that's how fast I'll probably speed it up for. So, like I said, one of the things I didn't mention when I'm doing this is I'm actually going to do 2 colors today. I'm going to use Gamblin's Portland. Let's see here. Come on. Portland Intense Black. And Gamblin Prussian Blue. And I'm hoping just the blue by itself will look pretty good. I mean, Prussian Blue is pretty... It is pretty dark. I mean, this looks black. And that's not black. That's blue. Pretty neat, huh? But, Prussian blue is a pretty interesting color. I like Prussian blue. It's been used for many years. It was one of the early synthetics. What most people don't know, Prussian blue is actually a medicine. It's used for, I think it's certain versions of radiation poisoning. So if you get radiation, they give you capsules full of Prussian blue pigment to eat because it absorbs radiation so you can expel it from your body. But it's really kind of interesting that an artist pigment that's been around for hundreds of years is used to treat radiation. Kind of cool, huh, right? Alright, everyone. So I've gone ahead and I've inked up my plates. Now I'm going to take the camera with me here for a moment. Take it out of mount. And as you can see, right here, let's see what I'm looking at. Prussian blue. You can see how dark it looks there. It's almost black. And then when you get over here and you roll it out, it looks very blue. And we're going to see how this looks when I print it on the press here. So let's give this a minute. Give me a moment, I should say. Give me a moment. I'll get this taken care of. Well, everyone, that's the card making video for today. I kind of showed you my basics of making a simple greeting card for Christmas. You can use this for any kind of greeting card over the course of the years, changing the design and whatnot. It's for any kind of card, really. So, showed you everything on how to do it, why I did things the way I did it, why I used the press. Like I said, new. It's a new toy. I want to play with it as much as I can. Plus, I found that it really does... This paper, it just does not print very well unless you're using a ton of pressure, which is what this press does. It gives me a lot of pressure. And like I said, there, you can kind of see that embossing right there. I think it looks good there with the embossing. I really do. But anyways, that's everything, guys. For those of you following along, give me a thumbs up down below, so that way, show me support. Cut that part out. So those of you who have been following me and subscribed, give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see more, subscribe down below. You'll see more printmaking. You can always follow me on my Instagram, my Tumblr, and my Twitter. Instagram is the one I make the most post on, and then it just kind of goes onto my Tumblr, and then I do a Twitter too. It's all the same content, so if you follow one, you'll find any of them. I think I'm about to die on my battery, but either way, as always, you can also visit my Etsy shop. You can buy some of these cards. You can also buy some of my prints to help support me. Till next time, everyone. See ya. Bye.